Glad to have you with us. Welcome to basketball action. New Trier and St Viator. And the opening tip won by the Trevians. Jordan Thomas, no. We're here at Loyola for this one. St Viator, highly regarded. And run the gun, up and in for the deuce. Reed Berman gives it to Aaron Angel underneath. Bannis up and in after standing on the corner. Up and in on the other side. I think St Viator does not play in the sectional with New Trier. Inbounded to Berman. I think they're in that northwest sectional. Berman. Jordan Thomas drives the lane, puts it up, no, but he got fouled, and Jordan Thomas goes to the line. Always tough to play in this gym for New Trier, right? It's just one of those things. Missed them both. Aaron Angel had it and lost it. Out of bounds to the Lions of St Viator. They bring it across the timeline. And takes a three. No, bit short. Got the rebound, though, loose on the floor. And there was a foul in there. Up ahead for Bannis. Bannis puts it up and in. Stosh Bannis with the basket. St Viator and New Trier on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Cross court and lost it. Launched it. Berman. Inbounded it to JT. Gave it back to Berman. Berman across the timeline. And looked to go inside to Bannis, and that didn't work. Stolen. Out ahead. Reed Berman up and in. On the side. Back up top. Into the paint. Took the shot. No. Came down to Aaron Angel. Back up top. Reed Berman. And JT. Back outside for Berman. Jordan Thomas. Stephen Cook on the side. And nope. Now got the shot away. No. Back comes St Viator into the paint and got fouled. Got the first of the free throws. And got the second as well. Berman with the basketball after the inbound. Underneath, and a slam-a-jam for Stephen Cook. On the side, going for the three, no. Cook up ahead. And Jordan Thomas, no, but he got fouled. And Jordan Thomas to the line. Gets the first. And a timeout taken. Missed the second. Having trouble getting across the timeline and threw it away. Trevian defense doing a good job. And Trevian's going to take a timeout here as Jordan Thomas slipped on the floor. Didn't want to get caught with the traveling. Berman, back door, up and no by Jordan Thomas, out of bounds. Last touch by the Trevians. On the side, up top, rotation, back to the far corner, and he traveled. Stephen Cook got in the way, causing the travel. Berman to Jordan Thomas, to Stephen Cook. Far side. Up top. Aaron Angel gave it off. Berman drives and gets it to drop. To the side, up and short. No. Try again, up and in. Berman, across the timeline. Reed Berman gave it off. Banis from the corner, no. He got fouled, though. And will shoot three. Gets the first. Stosh Banis on the line. And Banis misses the second. Aaron Rosen checks in for the Trevians. And gets 2 or 3. The Lions bring it across the timeline, over to the far side. And brought back out. Back to the side. Cross court. Into the paint. And stolen by the Trevians. Here's side and a push. And Trevians will keep possession on the foul. Up top and Stephen Cook. In. For Cook, and no. Rosen, rather, took that shot. Stephen Cook's got a problem with his hand today. There's a 3. He's got it taped up. Berman, Cook, Banis, and then back over here now near side, Berman. Out to Aaron Rosen, and Rosen takes his 3. No. Trevians going back to their tough shooting in the first half. They've had problems in the first half, and particularly the first quarter. Everything but that game against Waukegan. And a 3. Berman. Underneath, and Cook, no. Loose on the floor, and nice diving pass Bannis, Cook. Back to Cook. Over to the far side, Berman. Dished it off. Back high, Rosen. Hammes to Cook. Back to David Hammes. Back to the far side. And the shot, no. And alley-oop at the buzzer, no. And the Trevians down by 1. We'll be back with more on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Teach the truth. Actions have consequences. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. The Metro Chicago Sports Network, now seen on the internet. Check out some of our great games of the past and more, all on the internet. And inbounded by St Viator. The Lions with the basketball. Back up top. And basket good. And stolen. And the easy layup. Hammes to Samuelson. Rosen to Berman. Berman backs into the paint, took the shot, no, but he got fouled, and Reed Berman goes to the line. And Reed gets the first. And Reed misses the second. Lions with the basketball. And the lead. Going for the three, no. And Berman got that rebound. On the corner. Thought to drive the baseline. Couldn't find the lane. Hammes to Berman. Aaron Angel. Back to Berman. Berman spins. Over here, Bannis goes for the three. No. And the push-off foul on the Trevians underneath. Lions with the basketball. St Viator and New Trier. Inside. Kick back out. Up top. And to the side. Go for the two-shot. No. And brought down by Samuelson, who gave it off to JT. To Hammes. Far side. A rotation over to Jordan Thomas. Samuelson to Bannis. And back over JT. Ricky Samuelson. Jordan Thomas to Samuelson. Aaron Angel to JT. And the shot, no. Out ahead. The shot, no, and the putback didn't work either. And out of bounds to the Trevians. Berman to JT. Jordan Thomas with the basketball. Brings it across the timeline. This St. Viator coach is a pretty demonstrative man. Boy, he is known to scream and yell. Try to inspire his team that way. Up and in by Aaron Angel. And even kind of knock his team. Trevians down by 2. Shot, no. Kicked over to the far side, and couldn't pick it up. The shot, no, and the foul. Gets the front. Couple of substitutions. And the second is also good. Inbounded. Berman sends it all the way up for Bannis, and Bannis puts it home. To the side. The shot, no. And Berman with the rebound. Reed Berman gave it off to the side and up and in by Aaron Rosen, just into the game. Up top, on the side, again out high. Drive the paint and the deuce. Strong arming it in. Jordan Thomas. Thomas quickly across the timeline. Jordan Thomas gave it off to Bannis. In for Rosen, and Rosen got fouled on the push. Stephen Cook. To Thomas. To Berman. And Berman traveled. St Viator with the basketball. First half action. And traveling the other way. Berman. Reed Berman across the timeline. Give it to Rosen. Back to Berman. And hand it off to Stephen Cook. Far side. And Berman. To Bannis. Back to JT. Over to the side, drive the baseline, kick back out, Jordan Thomas. Yes, for 3. Into the paint. Couldn't strong arm it up. Cook up ahead, Berman. Kick back to Cook, and Cook lays it in rather than the slam-a-jam he's so used to doing. Up top. Inside. And up, and the deuce. Bannis gives it back to Berman. And the point guard walks it across the timeline. Rosen, JT, back to JT, back to Berman. And Rosen goes for the 3, and swisheree for 3 for Aaron Rosen. And the shot gets a couple of favorable bounces and in. And no on the shot. but then the foul. Into Jordan Thomas. Thomas missed the shot, and Trevian still retained possession. Berman. He inbounds it to Stephen Cook. Back top. Thomas to Berman. To Rosen. Back to Berman. To Jordan Thomas. Kick to the side, and the shot no. And the alley-oop at the buzzer, no. And we're at halftime, and the Trevians are now in the lead by 2 as we go to the second half. We'll be back with more here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Sport a winning attitude. Be a positive role model in all sports events. A message in the public interest for the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Great games of the past and more on the Metro Chicago Sports Network, now seen on the internet. Check out full play-by-play of some of the great games on the Metro Chicago Sports Network on the internet. And we're set. The inbound to the Lions of St Viator. To the near side. Kick back out of high. Inside and the foul. Going to the basket. Got the first. And got the second. Berman inbounds it to Aaron Angel, who gave it back to Berman. Berman. And thought to drive to the basket. Instead, kicked back out. Cook. Back to Berman. Underneath. And up and in by Cook. Aaron Angel with that pass around the man in the paint to Cook. And now Cook with the rebound, pulling it down. Stephen Cook kicks it out to Berman. And the Trevians set the play. Berman over to the side. Bannis back to Berman. Cross for JT. And out for Angel, and he missed it wide right. To the side, going for the three. Yes. Swishery for three. So this was supposed to be a good, tight basketball game. And that is certainly what we're getting. Berman. Bannis to Cook. To Berman. And Cook, no. Bit heavy on the shot, on the lay-in. Back the other way. Going for the three. That was short. Kick over to Berman. Berman across the timeline. Berman into the paint. Dished it off to the corner. Going for the three. And yes, by Stephen Cook. Turnaround shot, no. Cook with the rebound. Gave it to Berman. Inside. And Cook fouled. Gets the first. Low-scoring game today. And missed the second. Back over here to the near side. Inside and wide open, and the easy lay-in. Berman. Now Jordan Thomas. Thomas gave it off, drive, and up, and no, but the foul, and Stosh Banis to the line. Missed the first. And a couple of substitutions. Made the second. And a timeout taken. 4:05 to play in the quarter. Trevians up by 2. Up top. And forward and back, they say. Touched first by St Viator. Aaron Angel gave it off. Banis back out to Berman. In for Aaron Angel, and he lost a handle. Kicked back out. Jordan Thomas. Berman drives the paint. Dished off. And the shot short. Last touched by the Trevians. Out of bounds to St Viator, and they brought it into the forecourt. And stolen. And Aaron Rosen gets fouled. Gets the first. Ricky Samuelson checks in for New Trier. Missed the second. Into the paint. The shot blocked by Rosen. Samuelson to Berman. And the shot for the three short. And taken back the other way. A little run and gun action up and in for the deuce. David Hammes gave it to Reed Berman. Berman with the basketball. And Berman got fouled inside. Kicked out. Cook dished it off. Hammes. And he traveled. Lions with the basketball. St. Viator. Arlington Heights team. Shot no. Loose on the floor. And a jump ball. And it's Trevians basketball. On the alternate possession. Berman. Now inside tight. Back out top. And the reset to Berman. To Rosen. Back to Berman. To Cook. Hammes. To Samuelson. To Berman. Inside Samuelson. And in for the two. Out top. And going for the three the other way and nails it. Reed Berman. David Hammes to Stephen Cook. Back to Cook. Cook tried to back in. Outside Rosen. The shot no. Brought down by Cook. Cook drives to the basket. Up and in. Strong arming it in over the man. And the Trevians have extended the lead a little bit. In the corner, and they'll have to call a timeout. Nowhere to go with it with the two Trevian defenders there. Back out high, and the fall. They wanted to travel there, and stolen by Hammes. Hammes up and no. And a foul up over the top on the Trevians. Far side. Now into the paint. The shot no, but the foul. Got the first. And the second free throw is also good. Cook to Berman. Berman. And at the buzzer, shoots it and shoots it short. We're tied at 40 at the end of three. We'll be back with more here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Check out all our great sports events, past and present, on the Metro Chicago Sports Network on the internet. We're there on YouTube. That's the new Trier St. Rita there. That's a state baseball championship. Trevians won the championship in 2009 with that game. So check us out. We're up on the internet at YouTube. And you can also check us out simply by going onto your web browser and typing in New Trier football, basketball, or baseball, or ice hockey for that matter, or just hockey. So check us out. We're on the internet. St. Viator has inbounded it to start the fourth quarter on this one. A little indecision. Kick back out. The Lions with the basketball. St. Viator. Out top. And over here to the near side, looking for a place to go with it. And the traveling. Thomas gave it off to Hammes underneath. Stephen Cook, and Cook got fouled again, and Stephen goes to the line. That's obviously their plan today. I think they noticed the taped up hand, and that might be part of their plan. Also knowing Stephen Cook as being a prolific scorer. Don't let him get the shot. To the side, back up top. And the shot no, brought down by Berman. And Reed Berman. And he puts it up and in, count it. And the fall. And a chance at three the hard way here. Berman misses it. On the side. Back over here to the near side. Back up top. And loose on the floor. And forward and back again. Reed Berman. Berman in and the basket by Bannis. As Berman dished it off to Bannis in the paint. Up top. And the foul. Over to the far side. Back over here to the near. All kinds of trouble, and it was jump ball, and Trevians got it. Underneath, Stephen Cook, and again, Cook fouled rather than letting him get that shot. And Stephen misses the first. Trevians' lead is 5, and it will remain at 5. And traveling. Saw Jordan Thomas in front of him. Cook to JT. Jordan Thomas hands it off. Up top, Berman. And up and no by Cook. I think Cook might have gotten a little gun shy at doing that slam-a-jam. He's been fouled about 3 or 4 times now on that. Missed the first. Aaron Rosen checks back in. Got this second of the free throws. Bannis to Berman. Berman. Underneath. And Trevians couldn't hold on. St Viator to inbound it. Fourth quarter action. Near side. Into the paint. Go for the back door over to the near corner. Going for the 3 off the side of the backboard. And then a foul. And a push and another foul. Starting to add up a little bit. Got the front end of the one hand. And got the back end as well. Reed Berman. Inbounds it. Bannis. Jordan Thomas to Berman. And Berman to Rosen. Back to Berman. Reed Berman. Drive and gets fouled. And Berman goes to the line. Gets the front. And the second free throw is also good. St. Viator with the basketball and the foul on Cook. And missed the front end of the one hand. Rosen with the rebound, gave it to Berman. Bannis to Rosen to Berman. Underneath, Stephen Cook. And again, Cook gets fouled. And favorable bounce. Gets the front end of the two-shot foul. And goes for the second. And missed it. To the side. Back up top. Over to the wing. Going for the three. No. Cook tried to come over the top. Loose on the floor. Picked up by the Trevians. That was Spanis that did that. Gave it off to JT. To Reed Berman. Reed Berman. The Trevians trying to go 22-4 on the season. Cook. And he rolled it over and loose on the floor. Picked up by Jordan Thomas. No, he got fouled, though. And Thomas goes to the line. Gets the first. And the second as well. Far side. Kicked over here to the near, to the corner. Back up top. And drives and no. And it is an offensive foul. Trevians with a 7-point lead. Up ahead, Stash Banis. And he gets fouled, and Banis goes to the line. Gets the first. And gets the second as well. Corner, going for the three, short. Loose on the floor, a push foul. And I think we're in the double bonus now. Late in the fourth quarter. Got them both. Inbounded Cook to Berman, and Berman's pass was deflected away. Up and no. Putback is no. No, there was a foul in there first. Got the first. And got the second. Reed Berman. He inbounds it to Stephen Cook. Cook to Jordan Thomas. Up for Berman. And a nice passing sequence with Banis finishing it off. And the foul on Rosen. Berman to Cook, back to Berman. Up ahead, JT. And no, and another foul, and Stash Banis to the line. This is the first. And makes the second. St. Viator with the basketball. New Trier with the lead. Picked up by Cook on the steal. And Banis finishes it off with the deuce. Over to the side, going for the long three and nails it. Out ahead. Bannis. And Bannis having a great fourth quarter here. To the side. Going for a three, no. Rosen up ahead for Berman. Back door. And no, just a blocked shot. Into the paint. Yes, for the deuce. 5-point Trevian lead. And Trevian's going to take a timeout, having trouble getting it in. Rosen to Berman. And Berman had a little trouble with it, and then the foul. And Reed Berman goes to the line. Missed the first. 5-point Trevian lead. Missed the second. And Bannis got a hand on it. A big three. Now it's only a 2-point Trevian lead. Rosen, Berman, JT. And the deuce on the end of it. Stephen Cook into the paint. Looked like he traveled, but they'll call the foul. Got the first. And got the second. Berman inbounded ahead for Cook. Rosen. And Rosen got fouled, but I think they called the timeout first. Berman, JT, and Jordan Thomas fouled. Goes to the line, where everybody's in the double bonus now. Jordan gets the first. And gets the second as well. Up, no, foul. First one's good. And the second one's good. Berman inbounds it, and the foul right away, and Stephen Cook goes to the line and misses the first. Got the second. Winding this one down. We're in the final minute of this one, but it has been a rowdy one. A lot of fouls in the last minute here. Going for the three, no. And Jordan Thomas, and Thomas gets fouled, and Jordan will go to the line. And he missed the first. And makes the second. And inbounded and just alley-oops, and that'll do it. And the new Trier Trevians are victorious on this one by 4, 65-61. Join us for our next sports action here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Hope you enjoyed this broadcast. And for all of us, we say as always, thanks for watching and so long, everybody.